What's up guys? In this video we are going to talk about the placebo effect and why the placebo effect is a good thing, and why anytime you hear placebo effect and people speak about it in a negative or derogatory way, I want your initial reaction, your initial opinion and your reaction to those people is to think that they're stupid and they're idiots and they're smelly poop heads. Okay, because the placebo effect is very good. Okay, I'm going to tell you why right now. But first, if you have not subscribed to my channel, click that subscribe button. You get to see the wonderful streets of Tokyo, which, as you hopefully can tell from the past few videos, is extremely boring. Or maybe I'm just going to the boring places, but I'm not impressed. Okay, but still, you get to see it. You've probably never been here, and you probably think just because it's Tokyo, it's cool. So subscribe. Legendary Sujamas, check them out. Link in the description. They make pimped out silk pajamas that look like suits. Maybe you want to buy one, I don't know. It's kind of like a novelty gag gift. It's not an actual suit, so get your expectations clear. You will have to iron it, obviously. Okay, so that is what we're talking about in this video. Placebo effect. All right. Why is the placebo effect a good thing? Now, if you've watched my videos before, you know that I'm a big fan of saying it's not stupid if it works. Okay, it doesn't matter. All the science in the world says it's wrong. Jesus says it's wrong. Your mom says it's wrong. Everybody, the internet, wow, it doesn't matter. Everybody says it's wrong, but it works. It's right, okay? Period, end of story, done. That's what I think, okay? I could be wrong, you could disagree. And I think on an instinctual level, all of us probably believe that this is how we think as well. But I'm very surprised constantly, all the time, how I will meet lots of people who will have not stigma, but stereotypes, or they'll have kind of preconceived notions about the way something should be, or the appropriate way to do things, or the appropriate way to act, yet it will net them a negative result, yet they will adhere to those beliefs and that behavior. And of course I do this too, right? I'm not saying I'm like this robot who only does things perfectly, but it surprises me when this happens with fitness, because fitness is something that's extremely easy to test. Like, you get a certain result from eating a certain food. Maybe you change the food and you get a different result. You can 1 + 1 = 2, you can put it together, right? It doesn't require any other people to test. It doesn't require a fancy lab or a double-blind study. You can just test this stuff on your own. It's obvious. However, most people don't do it. Is it from laziness? I'm not sure. I guess you could make that argument that the reason people don't test it is because they're not actually interested in getting the result. They only use science or proof, or the burden of proof, let's say, to excuse their reluctance to actually try and change their lives. Okay, that's a video for another time, a little bit deeper than what I want to go into right now. So let's talk about the placebo effect. So for those of you who somehow don't know placebo effect, basically what it is the belief that something you are doing has a certain effect, so you're actually kind of creating that effect just through your belief. I know that didn't make any sense. Let me try it again. The placebo effect, I guess the best way I can do is I can just give you an example. Okay, you take a pill, the doctors tell you this pill is going to make you, this pill is going to make you, I don't know, it's going to make people like you. Or how about this? It's going to make you work out harder. All right, you take this pill, it's going to make you work out harder. You go to the gym, you work out harder, and you say, oh, it was the pill, right? And because you took the pill and they said that to you, you kind of just believed it to be true, and you elicited it from yourself based on your biases, let's say. It's an awful explanation, but I'm hopefully sure most of you know what the placebo effect is anyway, and I don't actually need to explain it. So, that said, judging by what I said previously of something not being stupid if it works, what does it matter if something works because of the placebo effect or not? Okay, for example, let's say you're researching a new supplement or a new drug, and you come across my most despised phrase in the scientific community. There's no scientific evidence that says that this supplement or this drug or whatever does this thing that you want it to do. Okay, however, you read lots of anecdotal experiences on the internet of people saying that it actually does do this thing. Okay, so you say you're thinking to yourself, hi, konnichiwa. You're thinking to yourself, should I actually buy this thing and take it? Because the evidence, there doesn't seem to be any scientific evidence. However, there's lots of these people on the internet claiming that it does do whatever it does. Is maybe that some guerrilla marketing? Maybe. But the point is this: if you believe that it actually works, and it does work because you believe it works, then what do you care if it's placebo or not? You got the result that you wanted. Okay? If you are trying to work out harder, or you're trying to be more confident, or whatever, like let's say, I don't know, great example, let's say that I say that ever since I started wearing these silk shirts from Legendary Suit Jamas, whatever, girls were so much nicer to me, and they make me look super sexy, and I got a promotion at work, and just my life has been totally perfect as a result of wearing these. And you believe that, and you buy the shirts, and you buy them thinking, oh man, as soon as I get these shirts, my life is going to be so much better. And then when you wear these suits, the shirts as well, but when you wear the suits, you are so inspired by this belief. The placebo effect is so strong that it actually causes you to elicit those effects from yourself anyway, right? It causes you to perform better, so you get that promotion at work. It causes you to be more confident, so girls react better to you, right? It causes all these things that you want anyway. What does it matter if it's placebo effect or not? Okay? Now, if you're super hardcore and you're completely indoctrinated by science, you'll say, well, it's not real, it's not true, I only want things that are true, that work in a lab, blah, blah, blah. And if your concern is safety, right? For example, if I don't know, totally stupid example, if I say that like snorting a line of asbestos, whatever, makes my life a million times better, and you believe that and you do that, obviously it's not good because that's unhealthy and dangerous. Okay, but as far as taking some herb or trying a new drug, right, that has a significant amount of evidence describing its safety profile and making sure that it's actually true, it's legit safe, I question how dangerous that actually is, especially if you get the result that you want. Okay, so it really just comes down to what you're focusing on. Okay, are you a results-oriented person in this category, in this area of your life? Or are you, I don't want to sound patronizing, but, or are you more scared to step outside the box and to try something new, try something different, experiment with something that might give you a better result, but has an unknown element to it, has a factor of, maybe this isn't going to work. Maybe I'll waste my money. Maybe, whatever, I'll experience some of these negative side effects. Okay? You just have to determine whether or not you're willing to take that risk. And, not to get all philosophical on you, but, and obviously this is easier said than done, times 10, but if you're not willing to take risks, then, high risk, high reward. If you're not willing to take those risks, then how much are you really going to benefit? And again, this is something that needs to be worked on every single day. Okay, like just totally random example. I don't even know how I got on this topic, but just popped into my head. So when I was younger, when I was 22, I decided to move to Israel and join the army. Never been to the country, don't speak the language. Totally, I don't want to say random, but it was a big deal for me to do it. But I said, if I'm going to take a risk, I'm going to do it now when I'm young, where if it doesn't work out, I still have plenty of time to recover from it. And also I'm not going to be able to do it when I'm older. Okay? So I decided to take the risk, and it turned out to be worth it, in my opinion. It was a great experience and led me down a path that I never could have dreamed that I would have walked down. But that was a risk that I took. And once the high from taking that risk wears off, you find yourself in another routine that is routine, okay? And you think to yourself, okay, now that this is the new normal, what risk am I going to take? Or do I want to take another risk? Do I have the balls to take another risk and risk something else? Okay, so I think that there's a lot of value in that, and you always have to be trying new things, you always have to be experimenting, you always have to keep it fresh, because if you don't, then, that's how you find yourself 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the line, and you've got the exact same life that you had before, okay? And if you can say whatever you want about me, but I enjoy living a dynamic life where I'm always in different countries, I'm always doing new things, I'm always meeting new people, and I'm always trying to grow as a result of new experiences. However, even for me, it's challenging sometimes. You know, even now, I've been in Tokyo for like a month and a half. I still feel that draw to stay. Even though I don't want to stay and I want to go somewhere else, I'm still tempted to not take that risk. Okay, so I don't even remember what this video was about, but what was this video about? I don't know. Let's talk about taking risks though. Have you ever taken a risk that turned out to be good? Let me know in a comment. And yeah, check out legendarysuitjammers.com. Peace.